Do you sometimes feel a bit overwhelmed with everything there is to do? I'm Airlie Wildy from airliewildy.com. Today I want to just go through all the steps that I do in my planning and to-do lists so that I can get things done. I'm a business and life coach, and I talk to women in business all the time who are overwhelmed. And when you feel overwhelmed and you're on that path to burnout, it's really hard to get things done because you get stuck and stressed and unmotivated, and it just all gets too hard. So I'm going to go through today the key steps that I do to just help me get things out of my head and have a process. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did 2 weeks ago when I had a webinar that was coming up, and I hadn't written the content yet. I only had half the people signed up that got there in the end, and I hadn't set up my new offer that I wanted to give people and the sales page, all that sort of stuff. So you can imagine the stuff going around in my head was crazy. So I'm going to go through exactly what I did to help me work out how to go about it and how to spread it out so that it wasn't that crazy rush at the end, and so that I could manage my time really well without too much stress. So let's get into it. I'm just going to pause this and get the other screen up. So most of you who know me know that I'm a bit of an Evernote queen. So I'm also the No More Burnout queen. So 5 steps to nailing your to-do list. Here's the piece of paper that I showed you from my notebook. And I'm going to show you all and go through all the steps that I did and not what I was thinking about, but why I do it. And so that you can see it doesn't have to be complicated. It can just come out of your head. You don't have to spend time typing it up. So here, step 1, you can see, write down everything I have to do. So this is all the stuff that I needed to do. And I just wrote it down. And it was quick. Like you can see, it's not neat writing. I just had to get it out of my head so that I could move on. So sometimes it's good to have a normal planner or one that you type things into and set up a whole project in Asana or something for. But this one, I just needed to get it out of my head, and so that I could work out a plan of attack. Number 2 is to prioritize. Down here, I had to work out which order I wanted to do it in. And these ones over this side are included as well, but they kind of came in towards the end. So I had to work out what I wanted to do one step at a time. Otherwise, I would have been all over the place. So, they're not quite in order, but it meant that I could just work through one at a time without having all of it on my shoulders as well. So the step 3, estimate how long each one will take. So I just did a rough guess. If I had total focus time for each of these ones individually, how much would each one be? And I added it up. It was about 8 hours. And then I've got about down here 1 hour of Facebook a day to promote it and stuff like that, an extra 5 hours. Step 4, add up the total time it would take. Step 4 is there you go, 13 hours. So I had to do 13 hours worth of work, plus these ones over here was a bit longer, and I had about a week to do it. So step 5 is to work out how much time I had to do it in. So you can see up here, I just, it was just a bit of scribble, but Monday I had 4 hours, and that was broken up into 2 2-hour sessions. Tuesday I had 5 hours. Wednesday I had 7 hours because I did a bit of work in the evening. Thursday only 2 hours. Friday 3 hours. And there you go, that added up to 20 hours. So I could see that I could plan it out quite easily. And if you wanted to go a step further, you could actually go Monday, okay, step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 could all be done on the Monday because that's 4 hours. And there's a bit of plus, there's leeway in there, you can see. So that's how I just worked through my list one at a time to make sure, oh, that happened. I don't like that. So the reason I do that is so that it's realistic. I'm not I'm not trying to do all of that every day, and it's less overwhelming, much less overwhelming, and much more achievable. And I can spread the load out over the week. See, I finished that on Friday. I was meant to, but it meant that I had Monday and Monday night, because my webinar was on the Tuesday. But that's essentially, you can use that strategy for anything, just those 5 steps. If you'd like to know more about some of my planning tips, you might be interested in my program that starts in February next year, called On Fire. So it's a 6-month group coaching program where I can show you 1 month at a time about planning, about time management, about setting up systems that help your client intake funnels, your email systems, just all the automations that can help make your life easier. If your business organization feels like it's a bit chaotic at the moment. So if you want to have a look at it, the email address, the website address is airliewildy.com/on-fire. It's on fire, because when you're feeling like you are nailing it, you are on fire. That starts in February, and I would love to have you there. Check it out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.